Um, for today's video, I'm gonna do a storytime video. This is actually my first one. I've never done one before, but I love watching storytime videos and everything. And since I've never done one, I figured I should do it. Like I've considered it in the past, but I just like never really knew if I should do it. By the way, I'm in my sister's room. If you see anything that's like girly clothes or anything, it's not mine. So today's video is gonna be a storytime video. It's gonna be about my first job. I only had it for like, what, 2 months? And it was at a doctor's office, actually. Well, most teenagers will work like retail and everything, but not me. So, the doctor's office is not that far from me, so it's actually pretty close, so it's pretty convenient. The way I got the job is pretty easy. All I did is come home, and then my sister's like, do you want a job at the doctor's office? I'm like, what? I'm like, not really. Just because, like, with jobs, like, I'm not really mature enough to have a job, really, but just get to the video. So, okay. So, again, it's my first one, so don't, like, yeah. Let me know if you guys enjoy it and everything. I usually do lyric videos and everything, but no one really seems to watch them, so storytime videos are more popular, so I'm pretty sure you guys might want to hear, like, some stories. Yeah, so let's get right into it. So, it started in, I think, June of this year. And all I did is come home one day, and then my sister was like, would you want a job at the doctor's office? And excuse my stuttering, guys, sorry. And by the way, this video may be long, and I didn't think it would be, but it's already almost at 2 minutes, so I don't know, but we'll see. I think it might be 10 minutes at most, but yeah, we'll see as it goes on. So, I started working there, I think June. I don't know like what day it was. I think in the end of June, so like near the start of summer or the middle of June, I'm not sure. Just sometime in June, right? So my mom really wanted me to take it because like it's a good opportunity, because like what 16-year-old gets to be at a doctor's office, right? And just like, like that's a pretty good experience, right? So I remember my first day pretty clearly. So and by the way, I usually worked on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. I never really worked on Saturdays or anything like that. And usually I would work after school, because obviously I go to school, so I can't do it during the day. So I would usually only go for like 2 hours or 3 sometimes, like 4 to 6 or 4 to 7 sometimes, right? And so it wasn't that bad. Like, even though when I got home, I kind of wanted to sleep and then like hang with friends, but then I'm like, no, I have to go to work. Ugh. So anyway, I went on my first day, and I was so confused. So like, since it was a doctor's office, I had to like file things. So what I would do, like, there was a name, right? And then I have to put it in the right folder, of course. So pretend it's like my name. My last name's Krissa, so it would be KRY. And then I would have to put it in the, like, I would have to go to the KRY like area, and then like look for my first name, which is Damien, and then I put the file there if it was my file, right? So basically that was my main job, to file, and I really did not like it because I sucked at it. I was really slow, and the doctor was always kind of like, speed up, like hurry up, right? Because like she can't have someone like so slow doing it, but like she has to understand that her office is a mess. Her office is a mess. Like there's a lot of folders, like files there and everything, so it's like, and folders, so it's hard to like, so it's really hard to deal with and everything. So like a lot of them I couldn't find. So my first day I come in, I'm like, hi, whatever. Like I was shaking because I was so nervous. Like my first job ever. Like I've never actually had a job before until now. So I go in, and then she tells me to file. And at first I didn't really know what I was doing. So what I did first is I don't know, like, the first, like, name I had, but, like, I, went to, like, one file. Like, I thought that, I feel so stupid now, because, like, I did this, like, it was a name, and then I, like, found the right letters, like, the last 3 letters of my last name, so, like, KRY, right? So, like, I found the person's last 4 letters, but then I kept looking through it, because, like, every person, one folder, right? So it's, like, for me, one folder. It's not, like, one folder, all my family, right? So I thought it was like the whole family, so I was like looking through it, and then I couldn't find anything. So I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. And then I like turn the folder around, and I'm like, oh, there's another like thing with the same letters. Like sometimes there's like 20, so it's like really hard to find. And plus, our office is a mess. Like sometimes the files are on the floor, sometimes they're on the desk, or sometimes they're on the shelves. Like I don't know. It was just crazy. So I didn't mind it, but like anyway, that was like the first thing I did. So in the first like 10 minutes, I only found like 2 files, and since it's a doctor's office, a lot of files come in, right? So there was like maybe 50 or 60 files. Like it was a pretty like thick stack. So it wasn't easy. Like I don't know what she really thought I was gonna do. Like obviously, like she has 2 sons, and then they work there, right? And they've worked there for like 5 years, right? So they like pretty much know where like every file is, like where everything is, right? So obviously they're not gonna take forever. Like apparently like at one point she told me like her son could do like that much, like of like a stack of papers. I'm kind of like thinking, well, I'm not them. Like I've been here for like what, like a week or two. Like that was not that point, right? So I'm kind of like, yeah, like what do you expect, right? So anyway, yeah, I did not like that job actually. Like now that I think about it, so now I'm kind of glad I don't work there anymore. But let's get on with it. There's a bunch of stuff that happened throughout this experience. I'm glad I was able to get some money out of it though, because like I didn't have any money and there was like a lot of stuff I wanted to buy, right? So I was like, this sucks, right? So, but then I got the job, so I'm like, okay, like now I'll have some money, right? And I thought I would have it for like a good few months, but it didn't work out so well. But yeah. So as I was saying, sorry, I'm just trying to like think back. Like it wasn't that long ago. It's only July, and then like, or wait, what am I talking about? I started in like, I ended in July at some point, and then I started in like April or May. Yeah, sorry, that was my mistake. I'm really tired. Well, not really tired, but I'm just a bit tired, so I'm not really thinking straight. But I really wanted to do a storytime video. This is actually my 4th video today. I did 2 lyric videos and then a different one of me singing terribly with my friend Tyler in the video. But yeah, anyway, getting sidetracked. So I did like 2 files in the first 10 minutes. So at first I come home and I'm like, oh my god, like that was the worst. Like, I wanted to like commit suicide like 20 minutes in, because I'm like, oh, I want to do this, right? And then I always had to go to bed early. Like I never really did, but like I would get like 6-7 hours of sleep, and then I would come after school and be tired, right? So then I want a nap, and of course I'll be tired after school, right? So I'm kind of like, oh, I just want to sleep, right? But then I'm like, oh great, at 4 o'clock I have to go to the doctor's office. Ugh. Like sometimes I would actually go home and have a nap like after the job, right? It was pretty crazy, but let's see. Sorry. I'm not gonna try to get too into it because I don't want to make this a 30-minute video. Like once I tend to start talking about something, then I talk and talk and talk, and I never shut the hell up, right? So yeah, sorry. So that was my first job, and it was like I'm not done. I'm just saying that like that was my very first job, so I was like nervous and everything, right? So at one point, I remember, I think there was like times like where she talked to me before, but I don't really remember now. I think I started April 25th to like June or July. I think it was like July. I think a bit after Canada Day, like maybe like July. I don't know, like maybe July 10th or something. Let's just say, I don't know. I think it was before that, but whatever. Doesn't really matter when I finished, right? So let's just talk about like how I was there. Like in the beginning, I was kind of slow. So filing is not all I did there, right? So like sometimes we would get results in the mail, so then they'd be in an envelope, so then I had to cut it, open it, I had to highlight the name of the person just so whoever's filing it can be like, okay, like there's a name, let's go look for it, right? I don't know, it just makes it easier, and then you have to like, then you have all the dates stamped, and you stamp the date that it came in, right? So then I would do that. I was actually my favorite thing to do, stamping and everything, and then also when a patient came in, I would have to write like their letters from their health card, and then like make sure it's still valid, of course. So I did that also. I also stamped, like not like stamped dates, like I stamped dates, but I also like stamped like her name and like her phone number and everything. So I also did that. Honestly, overall, it wasn't that bad of a job. It was just hard because like I had to be fast, which I wasn't. So eventually I did get fired out after like 2 months, so it wasn't really that good. But I mean, it was a pretty good experience though. Like I learned how to fax, I learned how some stuff works, right? So overall, it wasn't a bad experience. Like I'm glad I also got some money from it too, right? So what else is there? So at one point, I know I had to fax a paper, I think, or like a bunch of papers, And then I remember one time I faxed it to her own fax. It said like it said her name and then like a line and then like a line below. Like I was tired that day, right? So I wasn't like really like thinking too much. So I put the numbers in for her fax, and then it's like, this is unavailable, whatever. And then she's like, what are you doing? And then she comes over. Like she was actually pretty rude. Like sometimes she could be nice, but like usually she had an attitude and everything. So just annoying. Anyway, so then she comes over like what are you doing? And then I'm like, this is the fax, right? And then she's like, that's my fax. I'm like, whoops. And then I told my mom, and then she started dying of laughter. Anyway, that was pretty embarrassing too, because like there was patients there, so they're kind of like, what the hell? Like, is this kid retarded or something? I think there was patients there anyway. But anyway, and then another time I also had to fax, and then I didn't really know exactly where to fax, right? So like I come over to her and I'm like, so like, do I fax it to like what number, right? Because like at the top it said the person to like fax it to, but of course I didn't know that. Like I didn't really know anything. Like I feel kind of stupid just because like it seems so easy now, just because, you know. So let me just try to like speed up with this. It's already 11 minutes, so I don't want you guys to like waste your time watching this, but well, it's a Storytime video, so of course, and just don't worry about it. Whatever. I forgot I said that. I just wanted to like share this experience and everything on like, just, you know. So yeah, sorry. What's it called? So then I come over to her and I'm like, so like, where do I fax it to? Like, what's the fax number? So again, at the top it said like the person to like fax it to, right? And then the fax number, and then some like which one do I fax it to? Like, do I fax it to this one? And she's like, yeah. So I do that again, and then she gave me like another thing to fax. So again, I didn't really know exactly like which fax it was, because there was like a bunch of like there was like numbers all over the page. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like what the hell do I fax it to, right? So I go over to a second time, and then she's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what, right? Like I'm just kind of like, wait, what? She thought that I didn't know like what I was doing, like, which I didn't really know what I was doing, but I mean, like, I didn't really know like what number to fax it to, right? Like she thought that I didn't know that I had to fax it, but I knew that I had to fax it, right? The only thing I didn't know was like who to fax it to, right? So I was kind of like embarrassed, kind of like, oh my gosh, like this sucks, right? Like I suck. Like I wanted to have a good start on my first job. Like having that job and like thinking of me getting a job in like retail, because like she was kind of like yelling at me. It's not like I yelled back, but I was kind of just like, what? Like what did I do? Like I'm just asking you a question, right? I just didn't want to mess anything up, right? So I don't know. So I just didn't want to mess anything up really. So I'm just kind of like, okay, like whatever. So then I'm like, so like, is this the number I faxed it to? Like that's my question. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, like chill the fuck down, right? Like settle. Like obviously I never said that because I don't get in trouble, right? And plus she's my family doctor too, so like whatever. But it was not that bad of an experience. Like honestly, I did not mind doing it, but like I just didn't like going in like on like weekdays, because I was tired of stupid school and only getting 6-7 hours of sleep. Of course, I could have just gone to bed earlier, but that's not really me. So I'm trying to think of other times. I know, like in the end, like when I was like working in the end, I was working in the end, right? And then I was being slow at filing. So she's like hurry up, right? Like not saying hurry up, but like she's Polish. I'm just like leaning up now. She's Polish, and Polish people, in my opinion, tend to be a little bit like moody and everything. No offense to Polish people, but like some, like in my experience, some of them are like always like yelling at me, always like bitching about something, whatever the hell. I'm not saying all Polish people are like that. Some Polish people are actually nice, but like some of them are just, don't get me started. Oh my gosh. So, so I'm just gonna think. Yeah. So then she's kind of like, speed up, like I'm telling you right now to speed up, or else your job will be terminated. Meaning I'll be fired. So I'm kind of like, okay, like, and then I'm kind of getting nervous and everything, right? And I'm trying to like run and rush, right? Like this was the problem. I didn't want to rush because then I would mess up. Rushing means screwing up, right? Like obviously, if you like rush something, then you're not going to get it done fast. So I tried to go faster, and it didn't really work out because like since I was rushing and since there's a lot of files to go through, I'm kind of like I looking through each file. I'm kind of like no next, right? And then I like kind of like missed some, right? So I had more that I couldn't find. So it wasn't that good. Like I had more that I couldn't find. So I'm kind of just like, this sucks, right? Like I have to be fast, but I can't be fast and like get everything put away, right? So then after I went through all of them, like there was like half that I couldn't find, or like 3/4 that I couldn't find. So I'm like, I could not find all these, but like I looked on the shelves first, and then like if I couldn't find them on the shelves, I would move on because like I said before, like some folders are like in like other rooms, some folders are like in like other, like on the floor, on like a small chair. So like, you know, right? So then eventually I was able to tell her after she held me back, it was like 6, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna go now, right? And then she's like, wait, like come into this room and then we're gonna talk or something. Like she never said that, but she's kind of like, come here, right? So we talked for like 5 minutes, and then I explained to her, finally I wanted to do this for a while. So I'm like, I can't like be fast, and like if I'm fast, then I can't put everything away. The more I rush, the more I can't find stuff, and then the more you're not going to be happy, right? Like I never said the last part, but I'm like, yeah, like I can't be fast and put everything away. So I finally was able to explain that to her, and then she didn't really explain, or she didn't really say anything after that. So I'm kind of like, yeah, like you know, like you can't just like rush and be good, right? Like that's like me rushing on a test, doing it in like 5 minutes, and then expecting me to get an A+. Like you can't do that, right? Like I go on my own pace. So that's what I did, right? Like I'm not gonna rush just so she can be happy. And also there was this one more, I think this is the last one I'll tell you. I remember she told me like one time that I got some files in the wrong spots, because like in the beginning she told me to look at the birthday, right? Because like some people have the same name, and then their birthdays, like there's the only thing that tells them apart. So then she eventually told me that I got some in the wrong spots, because I never really did bother to check the birthdays, because like she wanted me to go fast, right? So I'm kind of like, okay, like I'm not gonna look at the birthdays. But then when after she said that I messed up, right? I'm like, okay, looks like I have to start checking the birthdays again. Sorry for my stuttering. I really can't help it. It's annoying, I know. So then I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, right? Like this sucks. Like I can't even. Sorry. So then I started checking the birthday, but then she's like, rush. So then I'm like, okay, like looks like I'm gonna have to check the birthday and rush. Like I can't do this, right? Like I can't be like so damn fast, because like I know she's a doctor and she has like other things to worry about than files, right? Like, so that's obviously why she hired me, because she needed some help. So she can't do everything by herself. But I can't do everything either. Like there's a lot of files, and then like she got her sons to do some of the files and everything. I'm trying to think what else I did. Other than stamping and faxing and everything, like I copied some papers. Like one time I came in, she's like, can you help me clean this? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So like I did like a various amount of things. Like I thought I was only gonna file, which I was actually okay with, but then I realized it was a pain in the butt. So then I'm like I can't do this anymore. So then I was legit counting down the days till I got fired. Like I'm kind of like, okay, like well, like I didn't really want to get fired, because like now I miss the money, because like I haven't been working for like a few weeks now. So now I don't like have any money left. Like I still have like $50. I had like 350, but I spent like 300 of it. So now I have like what, like $50 left, right? So I don't know. That was my story time video though. If you guys want more, then comment down below. So comment, like, subscribe. If you want more storytime videos, then let me know. I think I have a few more. Like I'm not really sure. Like there is this one that's kind of personal. So like let me know in the comments if you want me to do that one. It's kind of like about my crushes and everything. So I don't really know if you guys want to know about that, because that's kind of private, right? But if for some reason you guys do want to know, then okay, I'll do that. So comment, like, subscribe. Again, my first storytime video. I hope I did good, because like everything else I seem to do doesn't, like, no one really cares about. And I know that storytime videos are like popular, right? So I'm kind of just like, okay, well, maybe if I make a storytime video, then I'll be able to, you know, like get more and more people on my channel and everything, right? Because I know like 128 subscribers is pretty good, but like then I hear people saying like, oh, I just reached 1 million subscribers, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't even have 130. I'm just kind of like, I don't even have like 150, and then like you have like a million. Like, I'm not really that guy that, like, does, like, YouTube videos a lot. Like, usually I don't do a lot. But today I've done, like, 4. Like, if you guys want, I can do another one later on. I'm not really sure what I would talk about. But yeah, so let me know if you guys want more story time videos like this. And then I will gladly do them for you. I'll think of some first, and then I'll tell you guys. Yeah, so comment, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Peace.